I wanted to talk about my brother, and I wanted to say it right. My little brother is part of a gang. I had to watch him ruin his life. When he was little, he was a troublemaker, but he still put smiles on our faces. He took part of a gang for money, to be part of something, and to look up to someone. After my parents' separation, it felt like our family was broken, even if it was for the best. My brother didn't have anybody to look up to, because my dad might have been there, but he wasn't, and my older brother left when we were young. Because he took part of the gang, we have to watch who we talk to or bring to the house. My little brother has been shot at, been in and out of jail since the age of 12. He's currently in juvie looking at 2 years in the cat.
Argentine has two gangs, the TVS, the Traviesos, and the SPV, Sureños por Vida. Although the SPV is the tougher gang, they are allies. Their big opponent comes from across the train tracks. The Florencia, located in Armadale and Central, is the rival gang to TVS and SPV. All of these gangs are part of the South Side. Armadale also has the NHD, a neighborhood, and the Baby Los Angeles, which is a female gang. When you're going to school especially, you're wanting to be popular, you're wanting to be in with the in crowd. And unfortunately, in some type of neighborhood, especially Argentine, there are gangs that are going to want to come to confront you in order for you to get that popularity. Some other factors that might be included is family. Family is a huge part of why you get into a gang. If you have an older brother, that's who you look up to. And if it follows down the family and the line and the lineage, all it's going to be is people basically having almost a family gang. You have your brother, then you're the younger brother. If you have a sister, she'll probably be involved in it too. And some kids out in the streets, that's really all they're looking for. When you're in a really bad home life, you want to get out, and if your friends are all involved in gangs, you're around them all the time, you're automatically going to become a part of it, even if you didn't even want to be. It's basically all about family and loyalty. You can't really find that in your own family. You're going to go look for it somewhere else. Unfortunately, in neighborhoods like Argentine, it's gangs.
Unfortunately, even young students join the gangs. In fact, both SPV and the Florencias have younger versions for kids as young as 10. Kind of like the Cub Scouts to Boy Scouts, the Pee-wees of SPV and the Tiny Locotes of Florencia introduce kids to gang life. Early on, kids in these gangs usually become early high school dropouts.
The first sign that there's a gang in the neighborhood is graffiti, for the most part. It's graffiti. Once you start seeing graffiti, then it's a pretty good bet that there's some gangs or gang members that have moved to the neighborhood or moved to the area or moving through the area.
In Argentine, we see the evidence of gangs in their tagging.
We're outside by Ruby Park, and this is tagging on a small mural of gangs. It says Traviesos 13, mainly everywhere, different signs.
We're at 30th and Silver, and as you can see, this wall gets tagged a lot, but the community tries to cover it up as soon as possible.
Nationally, gangs are known for drive-bys and drugs. In Argentine, if a drive-by occurs, gangs are usually involved.
Wow. It was around summertime, and it was hitting midnight. It was hitting nighttime, and we're all outside in front of my house, just hanging out there with our friends, like what we do on the everyday thing. And there's this car that kept passing by up and down our street, and like we kept saying, "Why does that car keep passing? It looked very suspicious." And well, they kept passing, so all of a sudden they came back around. This guy, he had got out of the car, and he shot my friend in the head. And they just ran in the back, and the dude in the car took off. And we all of a sudden, like, we freaked out, so we called 911. and they had arrived, but like they didn't came soon enough. But he's still alive. He just got shot inside his head and took a chunk of his head out, and he had to be in hospital for a couple of months because his like little messed up. But after that, we just like never really was outside anymore because it got worse. It made me have an experience, and it also changed me by being more aware of being outside, like the people you should hang around with, to know the person better. So next time you'll know where to be at the right time. It was just the wrong time to be there, I guess.
And so you said you're really proud of your brother, right?
Yeah, because he got himself pretty much cleaned up from gangs and all the bad stuff that happened. And like he tells me, like, don't do what I did, just like learn from my mistakes.
Do as I say.